Hey everyone, this is Angela from Bake It With Love, and today we're making, well, this is the third of 3 rainbow cakes this week, but this one is the all-in-one. Each of the layers is its own rainbow, so multicolor cake inside there. It has a buttercream frosting layer for a crumb coat, and then it's covered with marshmallow fondant, as well as we took about 1/3 of that marshmallow fondant and made our rainbow polka dots for the top and a little border too. So we're going to cut into this and show you what it looks like inside. In the meantime, make sure that you give the video a big thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget that it's totally free and painless to subscribe. Say hi to Boomer over there, and let's cut into it. And there we go. Beautiful rainbow cake. For our rainbow cake today, we're going to start out with our flour and sugar, baking powder and salt for our dry ingredients, as well as melted butter that's been allowed to come back to room temperature, 2 eggs that are at room temperature, milk also at room temperature, and a combination of clear vanilla extract and almond extract, just because I love almond. We're going to combine our dry ingredients in the mixer first and then add our wet ingredients. We're going to start with adding our dry ingredients into our mixing bowl, the flour, then the sugar, the baking powder, and our salt, and combine on a low speed. Add your milk, the melted butter, your eggs, and then your extract. And combine at a medium speed for about 2 minutes, or until your batter is nicely combined. Don't forget to scrape down the sides and get any dry mixture that's at the bottom of the bowl. You can actually see it there. So. And we'll be back in a moment when that's done, and divide our batter into 6 equal portions. Okay, our batter's ready, and we're going to divide this out equally between 6 of our bowls to do 6 different colors for our rainbow cake. Use whatever you want. We're using an ice cream scoop. You can use a measuring cup, a spoon, a ladle, whatever, just so that you divide it approximately equally between the 6 bowls. Okay, we're going to start out using our gel food dye. I'm going to use a toothpick to get some out. Mix it directly into my batter. Kind of wipe it off on my spatula here. And combine it in my bowl. So I'm going to combine this with each of my colors until they are the shade that I would like them to be. This right now is turning out pretty light, so I'll add some more. And repeat that with each color. Okay, so all of our batter is dyed, and we're going to start adding it into our cake pans that are already greased and ready to use. Do 1 spoonful of each color on top of the other. And once you've added a spoonful, excuse me, of each of the colors, we're just going to repeat that until we've used up all of our cake batter. So we'll be back when we're done with that. Okay, all of the batter has been divided between my 2 baking pans. I put my bake even strips on so I don't have to trim too much off of these. And the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to set the timer for about 28 minutes to check it at. We'll be back when they're done. Okay, our beautiful rainbow cakes are out of the oven at 28 minutes exactly. We're going to let them cool for a few minutes before popping them out of their cake pans and transferring them to a wire cooling rack to cool completely. Okay, we've had our cakes baked. We use the bake even strips on these, so they're relatively level, but the one side that slopes up matches the side that slopes up on the other one. So we're going to put our icing in the middle, do our crumb coat, and refrigerate this after that. Do a couple big dollops in the center and spread out from there. And add your second layer until it's flat. Okay, I've smoothed my sides. Now I'm going to smooth my top. My cake's a little off center, but that's okay. I'm just going to grab from this outer edge here, let's see, right here, and pull it in. And that is going to work for my crumb coat. I'm going to refrigerate this now and come back. We'll get our fondant ready and get this covered and decorated. Now I just patted a little bit of water across the top and heated it only 10 seconds and grabbed some gloves to spare my hands. Keep your cornstarch on your surface. It might get stickier like this. You can also use powdered sugar to work on. Most powdered sugar has cornstarch in it, especially C&H. I don't know about the generic brands so much. You're just going to continue to work the fondant until the color is evenly distributed, kind of like kneading it like you did when you first made your marshmallow fondant. Squeeze and twist. To finish combining the colors. Your fondant is doubled over, just lift it up and lay it over your cake. We're just going to use our fondant smoother to smooth the fondant here. Starting from the top, making sure that we don't have air bubbles, and at this point, if you do, use a fine needle, point in sideways like we were doing, and use your finger to cover everything back up. Now, bring your smoother down the sides. That later. We're going to go and leave quite a bit of room at the bottom here. This is our first cut. We'll come back and do a closer one next to the bottom edge of the cake. Use a sharp knife. It works easier. Continue with your smoother around the sides. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove what's remaining for the excess, kind of at a 45-degree angle at the base of the cake. Okay, now because I can't stand not having a bottom border on my cake, if I had a fondant covered cake board for it, it would work, but I'm not using that. So I'm using they're for pies, and I love them. We're just going to squeeze your little roll of fondant down so it's a little bit bigger than the cavity you're seeing and the right length. Okay, stretch it so that it goes from one end to the other, push it down so that it fills the cavity. And it's going to give you a little piece here. That's what we're going to use to stick to the cake. And then lift up on the end, and you have nice beads to go around. Set it where you want it, end to end with your last piece. Okay, I got my water here, my paintbrush. Now I'm going to run just behind it with some water. And then push it so that it is on my cake. and paint the underside with my water, just a thin coat, so that it'll stick right down to the bottom edge and up and over. Okay, so our rainbow cake is all done, sliced and ready to enjoy. I hope you liked the video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do so before leaving. As always, we're so glad to have you here with us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.